We watch Jose Berríos take on the Boston Red Sox. The 2023 schedule has been released, and the Blue Jays will begin with 10 on the road, apparently at their request to help complete some of the renovations at the Rogers Center. And a new twist, as you probably know, the Blue Jays will play every Major League team at least once over the course of the summer.
Nice ovation for Springer as he is back.
He knows he's not 100%, but he's got enough confidence in his ability that he can come in here and help this team win a game.
Springer with a line drive up the middle, base hit into center field, and the Blue Jays have the lead.
His first career pinch hit.
Big spot right there, and happy I can help us.
And now a 5-hit game as a member of the Blue Jays.
George Springer cannot be stopped.
Down the right field line, dives, and it's Bio.
George Springer clears the deck.
Clutching up.
We're getting guys over, we're getting guys in, so, it's on to tomorrow.
Here's a look at the lineup, and George Springer continues to absolutely rake. Consider that in the month of August, limited time, mind you, based on injury, he's hitting .542, 13 for 24 is the number for Springer right now, who has obviously been remarkable at the plate, but we're not seeing him in the field. As you heard Arash and Arden say, that should come in the next few days. But what do you like about what you're seeing these days?
I couldn't care less if he's in center field, Jamie. As long as he's in that lineup, George Springer in the leadoff spot. Everybody anticipates that lineup coming out in the afternoon. And the first thing when it shows up on my phone, the first thing I see is Springer. My day's good. Get him in the lineup as much as possible. I think the other guys can handle center field until he can get back there. And for me, it's no hurry. Clearly, this is a guy that's going to be playing banged up a lot. We've seen it over the first couple of years in his career here with the Blue Jays. He's just getting hits, though, and he's doing it differently. This is a guy that really is a dead red fastball type pull hitter. But he's spraying the ball all around. Look at those 9 singles all in the middle of the field. He flipped that triple into right field last night in Boston. But when you're playing not 100%, whether it's 85 or 80, whatever he's doing, as long as he can be in the lineup, he can continue to do those things. And I think sometimes, too, Jamie, it's just that mere presence of having George at the top of the lineup. It just brings this sense of calm. I don't think you can necessarily relate. We know that they win more games with Springer in that top of the lineup, but it just lengthens things out as those guys come. And they don't have that problem with who leads off. Don't worry about Gurriel or Chapman or Tappy, whoever it's going to be. Pencil him in there, and you got to feel pretty good about it.
Let's take a look at Boston's lineup presented by Bet365. And note who's playing shortstop for this team tonight. 6'4", 225-pound Bobby Dahlbeck will be a shortstop in the big leagues for just the 3rd time in his career. He did it twice last year. So that's a bit of an odd look, but they're dealing with the absence of their primary shortstop, as you may or may not know. Xander Bogaerts is out. Reese McGuire will be catching after pitching last night against his old club. Let's send it off to the guys from SN Bets.
Thank you, Jamie. Mike Mahorovich and Pat Stuthers at the SN Bets Big Board, presented by Bet365. Tons of injuries to their starting rotation have the Red Sox turning to their top pitching prospect tonight, and it didn't go well for him against the Blue Jays on July 24th.
Well, Brian Bayo gets the ball, and while Red Sox fans might have high hopes, he gave up 9 hits and 5 earned runs over 4 innings against the Jays in that last outing. Berríos also coming off a nice 9-strikeout W over the Yankees, where he went 6 2/3. Jays are minus 155 favorites, but the Sox really hurting. Evaldi, Hosmer, Bogaerts, and Pham all missing time. Bet accordingly.
Chicago Cubs starter Luke Farrell brings his .503 ERA in AAA up to make a spot start against the hottest offense in baseball. The Cardinals' .887 OPS in August leads the league. Their 35 home runs this month are also the most in baseball. And in their last 10 games, they're chewing up righties, hitting .330 and averaging 8 runs per 9 innings.
Let's take it down to Houston, where Framber Valdez looks for his 21st consecutive quality start. That would break the Astros record of 20 set by Mike Scott in 1986. Valdez is 11-3 over that streak with an ERA of .253, unbeaten in his last 6 starts. Twins' run total for this reason is set at just 3.5 tonight.
Former Blue Jay TJ Zoik has started 2 games and 6 runs. The Phillies followed that up with 11 hits and 6 runs. He starts tonight with an ERA of 13.5. The Phillies are swinging the bat right now too really, really well, hitting .300 against righties in their last 5 games. Pat, they should be able to get to him again tonight.
Well, the Blue Jays are 6-0 in their last 6 games in Boston and 16-5 in their last 21 meetings. Let's see how the Red Sox top pitching prospect handles this Blue Jays lineup. Jamie?
All right, gentlemen, let's take a look at what Cleveland's doing in San Diego today. Jose Ramirez with his 24th home run of the year, just over the wall in left field. It's 1-0 for the visitors. Ramirez back up there in the fourth inning. There's number 25. And that one's barely over the wall, too, at Petco. Quite a day for the Guardians. Here's Oscar Gonzalez. Next batter at the dish, and right now, Cleveland having no trouble with the Padres. Bottom of the 8th, 7-0. The Mariners could jump a half game ahead of the Blue Jays with a victory over Washington today. Nelson Cruz with the base hit for the visiting Nationals. That drives home a run. In the bottom of the 7th, Carl Edwards Jr. with strike 3. Ooh, I think I just heard J.P. Crawford say something awful. And you know what that means. Here, guy. The old ejection. Crawford's
money's
gone.
worth. Huh? Get your money's worth now.
Might as well while you can, right? Top of the 9th, tied at 1 in Seattle. And this is in Pittsburgh. O'Neal Cruz hits a ball at 122.4 miles an hour. That's the highest exit velocity in the StatCast era.
That would have skimmed over the water if it went to town.
And this is Matt Olson. You know, this one
That's not skimming.
ends up in the water. A grand slam, Atlanta destroying Pittsburgh 14-2. Tim Meza came back quickly. He'll be in conversation with Arash Madani at Fenway when we continue on Blue Jays Central.